Praise Allah. Arise, giving all praise due to Allah, my Father, your Father, our Father, Father of the universe. I give all honors to the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honors to the forerunner of the Prophet, Brother Marcus Messiah Garvin, to all sheiks and sheikesses and divine ministers, faithful members and members, as well as to Brother Sheik L and his official staff, members, etc. Islam. Yeah, we actually traveled from North Carolina to come down there to handle some business, to speak with a few members that we have in the area, and also, speak on some business propositions, etc. But as it is a customary in the Moorish Science Temple of America, we read from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Indeed.
Also known as the Circle 7. What I come today bearing is a message of course, purity and love,
Indeed.
Which is what the sister has also demonstrated on. And I'm gonna read a key. The key that I would like to read is actually key 25 and key 26 of chapter 2. Islam. It says, this age will comprehend but little of the works of purity and love, but not a word is lost. For in the book of Allah's remembrance, a registry is made of every thought and word and deed. And when the world is ready to receive, lo, Allah will send a messenger to open up the book and copy from its sacred pages all the messages of purity and love. Islam. The messenger in which we know an angel was one who carries messages to the four corners of the world, to all nations. Our prophet was an angel to us, who came to bring us the everlasting gospel of Allah. He came bearing that message. So when the time was appointed by Allah, which we already know that in the front of our Moorish Holy Quran, it speaks of how these lessons, these secret lessons, was held back until the time was appointed by Allah. That time that was appointed by Allah is when the time of the prophet, when the prophet manifested, when Allah allowed his love thought to manifest in the form of the prophet Noble Drew Ali to bring the Asiatics of North America, of course, their nationality and their divine creed. Because you can't have one without the other. You can't have a nationality without divine creed. You can't have a divine creed without a nationality. Islam. So that's why both must be proclaimed in order for us to be brought back into our constitutional fold of government, in order for us to take our rightful place and take our part or take our place in the affairs of men. Islam. But in order for you to reach that, then it's a certain part of yourself that you must withdo or subdue, or to get rid of, which we know to be what? The shadow of the lower self. What is the devil? The devil is the shadow of the lower self, right? And it will pass away. It will pass away. So it tells us that, I believe, this is chapter 3. I want to go over to chapter 3 to help convey this message of this subject that I chose to speak on. It says, the only devil from which man must be redeemed is self, the lower self. If man will find his devil, he must look within, his name is self. If man will find his savior, he must look within. And when the demon self has been dethroned, the savior of love will be exalted to the throne of power. We learn in the creation and fall of man that what? The angels that rule the solar stations of the sun is your guide and your protector, and they will lead you to victory. Right? But in order for you to hear the messages that's being given to you, that's supposed to guide and protect you along the way, you must be awakened. You must be awakened to the principles that will lead you to that path. And the first step is purity. Only through purity can we gain love, or can we have love, can we manifest love. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of times, when we see, people that look like us, we're just talking about people in general, not even the conscious mind. We see individuals that look like us, and we don't know them. We looking at them from afar. They look like us, but we don't know them. We thinking based on their individuality, because we ain't been taught to see the best in others, as well as give them the best that's in us. See, when you in the state of your father, when you dwelling in your father's house, in your father's temple, in your father's mind state, because you're supposed to be returning to the mind state of your ancient forefathers and foremothers. You see what I'm saying? So when you return to that mind state, then we no longer see the individuality. I no longer have to come and say, hey, I'm brother such and such, I come in peace, I come in love. You would know it because you would feel it. Because you would be in tune with your energy. You would be back in place with what? Your Father God Allah. That is your vast estate. It ain't just no earthly thing. The prophet said that this is for our divine and earthly salvation. Not just earthly. It's more than one. Man is more than just the physical. He's also the spirit as well. So the message that I'm conveying is that every day, man, we building something. We creators. We was given the power to create. Those same 7 eyes of Allah that created that devil, the shadow of your lower self, it exists within you. That's a story of yourself. And different, places, which is a part of some of the lessons that we learned, some of the people that Jesus was studying with when he read the manic law, the Vedas, etc. Some of them consider that to be what, or call it the Kundalini. But we know it to be within our confines of our Quran is what? The 7 Elohim. And man was given that power to create. That is an attribute of your Father Allah. You are to see that hold deep within yourself, the potencies and every attribute of every special part of Allah. As seed of that plant. Because you must grow and unfold. But I'm not going to get too deep into the unfoldment. I just wanted to come and, also speak in line and in accordance and give my portion, and to also give you brothers and sisters honors for having us here tonight as well. Islam? So with that being said, Islam. I don't think I'm going to go no further, but I definitely appreciate you brothers and sisters having me here tonight. Islam?
Islam.
Peace and love.